Hi, welcome to Practice with Kride. It's been a few days or weeks. Here's the story. Last Thursday, I went to Tim's Music in Carmichael, California. My goal was to try their saxophones out. So I checked out every alto they had on the wall. They had about nine horns, and I had a balanced action. They had an old vintage Kyleworth. They had a couple cannonballs, and actually, the Cannonball Reborn vintage was a good horn. That was one I'd buy if my Yamaha 82Z were stolen or broken. The other one they had was a Chateau, which was darn close to my Cannonball, to my YSA 82Z. Anyway, for the heck of it, I thought I'd try flutes out walking out the door. So they had a couple flutes there. They had a student, not a student, but it was an Armstrong Heritage. They really didn't have it set up very well, so it wasn't playing well. And I did kind of put it back and said, whatever. I go, what else you got? So they gave me this Zaho 700, and it's weird. It had the wow factor. That's why I bought it, because here's what I walked in with. I've got a Powell Sonore, which I've been playing for a little over a year, close to a year and a half, and it's a decent flute. Here's the tone with the Auramite head that it came with. So that's with the Auramite head, and that's not a bad tone. Then I went down to Flute World in San Francisco, and I was actually looking at Miyazawa's, but then since I was there, I tried out head joints, and then I picked up this Rodger Young wooden head joint. And it does change the tone dramatically on this Powell. So that's that. Um, it might have been the day, although the impression stayed with me. It's rare I pick up an instrument and I play it and I go, my God, this is better. This is the best I've ever sounded, is what was my reaction. And I'm sitting there going, okay, you're in a practice room. It's a very sterile setting. Is it like that in other areas? But I just couldn't let it go. And it's not that expensive. These Dazals, I think they were asking 28. They had it marked down to 24, and I said, I'll give you 2,000, and they took it. So anyway, it's got the original head joint, original body. It's got some cool features this doesn't have. It's got the split E, and it's also got that little roller on the E flat keys, so you can roll over that to go to the lower keys like C or C sharp. Anyway, here's the Dazal. So just for comparison purposes, I'll play all three back to back with the exact same thing. I'll do a slow G scale. So that's just the plain. That's the original Dazal. This is the Powell with the Rodger Young head joint. Now that's a nice jazz tone. I mean, I've used that. I've gigged with that for over a year, and people like that. I think what I heard when I played the Dazal was some sparkling high overtones that I didn't have in that sound. It's weird after, and you probably had this experience yourself with horns. After you played something really good, you go back to what you're used to and you realize what's missing in the tone. And that's how I felt. So here's the Powell with the Auramite head joint. that's fairly close to the Zaho it sounds. The Zaho has a little more ability to get louder and it has more colors to my ear. It's got kind of a fluffy set of overtones above it. Maybe it's just the way I'm playing it. I've only played it like a week, so I haven't got it dialed in yet. And the notes speak so quickly on this horn. So anyway, it's different for different people what they want. I mean, they may want a loud in flute. May want one that's very facile as far as playing parts. They might want something that can play soft on the high register easily. There's many reasons. There's many needs as far as what you need in a flute. Anyway, I just thought I'd show this to you guys. I'm extremely happy. I'm so happy I bought the thing, and I'm just practicing away. Take care, guys. Have fun. Practice with Kride.